really, really important, and that's really, really valuable. Like I said, it's valuable when you're a kid. It's almost even more valuable when you're an adult. Like I said, this conversation could take a whole lot of directions. Something that we don't have time to get into, but we should touch on is the fact that, look, this sense of disenfranchisement, this lack of connection that people feel with one another in this digital age where there are no handshakes, there are no eye-to-eye conversations, or at least if there are, they're happening with less and less frequency, and we're feeling less connected as a species. This bubble that digital technology is putting us in is tearing down our sense of connectivity with other people. And with that goes some of our sense of this place in the world that I'm talking about. Because you like to know who you are in relation to the folks around you. What joy, what happiness, what value you bring to each other's lives. That's part of how you manage to feel like you've got this place in the world we keep mentioning over and over again, too. Oh, I notice when I do this for this person in the workplace, they feel good, and then I feel good because I know I did something of value. So, without this sense of value, your life can take some pretty drastic left turns. Especially in this touchy-feely society where people are like, I'm not self-actualized, I'm not living my dream. When we've been trained to think that way, like, I'm not fulfilled. Whereas our grandparents, fulfillment was rather low on the list of priorities. Survival, that was a good thing. Yeah, but here's the thing. We're not that way. And this lack of a sense of fulfillment can lead people to be very, very unhappy in their lives. And worse, do horrible things. Act out, treat people harshly. If you have some real wackadoos, they could act out in a violent way. Do you think the mass shooting types, do you think they had a place in the world? Do you think they knew where they were going? Do you think they knew what value they had? What important and irreplaceable cog they were in the machine of society? No, they didn't have any idea of that. And that's why they acted out the way they did. Part of the reason. I don't mean to oversimplify, but that's part of the reason they acted out the way they did. So, we've been banging on about this for a little while now. Why? Because we see it's important. Having a place in the world, having sets of skills that you know that make you special, that make you different, that make you valuable are important. Yet we appear to be stripping those away, punishing people for being good at things at an alarmingly early age. I don't know if you caught it or not, but a Pee-wee football team was fined $500 after an 8-year-old scored a touchdown that eclipsed the 33-point mercy rule. Yeah. Move the hell over, participation trophies, and say hello to punishment for kids who succeed. This happened in Georgia, and the parents are justifiably outraged. The team this kid was playing on fined $500. The coach was suspended after one of the 8-year-old players scored a touchdown, which violated the league mercy rule. Team's called the Lawrenceville Black Knights, and they were beating Collins Hill 32-0 in the fourth quarter when one of the players intercepted a pass and amid the excitement ran it back for a touchdown, which violated the league's mercy rule. The touchdown passed the 33-point rule for mercy, causing the coach to be suspended for a week, and the team had to pay a $500 fine. This is like football for an 8-year-old. I'm going to go out on a limb and guess that getting someone to volunteer as coach, to sacrifice their weekends, their afternoons, their evenings, depending on how in-depth the coaching is for an 8-year-old football team, I'm going to go out on a limb and guess he's not being paid. And if he is, it's not all that well. So, how are you punishing this guy by suspending him? You can't volunteer anymore. I mean, look, if you're the type of person that gets value, if part of your sense of your place in the world is, you know what, I'm good with kids and I can teach them to be good at football and they're going to feel good about that. And in turn, I'm going to feel good about that. Well, then taking that away from someone, that is a little harsh. But then they suspended Besides suspending this guy, they fined the team $500. Brooke Burdett, whose son Elijah scored the touchdown that caused the fine, went on the record saying, right, I guess if we're staring at the scoreboard and knowing that he couldn't score anymore, I guess he should have just watched the football fall. We were all super excited, and he was beyond excited. We were fine for it. He had no idea. This is his first year. This was his first touchdown. He's an 8-year-old boy making a pick six. The Black Knights are undefeated, perhaps because, they're playing a game like a game, something that's meant to be won. She said that the Black Knights would have accepted the $100 fine, but the $500 penalty, in addition to the coach's suspension, pretty excessive, especially because her son's actions were an instinctive part of the game. This is what you do. You're 8 years old. You don't look at the scoreboard, check the score, then do the math in your 8-year-old brain to figure out whether or not your coach is going to get suspended and your team is going to get fined $500 if you do what you've been taught to do. No, you're an 8-year-old, you get the ball and you go for it. Also, the Knights attempted to allow the other team to score on the next play, but the other squad refused to catch the call. The person in charge, the person in charge of this, the Gwinnett Football League president, a guy called Eric Richards, Gwinnett Football League president of a league of 8-year-olds. Just who someone who does not have a sense of their place in the world is someone who uses the word president as part of that title and doesn't think they're a complete idiot. But president of the Gwinnett Football League, who presides over teams of 8-year-olds, this guy Eric Richards, says that the team made a mockery of the game by laying on the ground in addition to running off the field and mocking the other team's players, amounting to a series of unsportsmanlike conduct violations. Richards said the fine will ultimately be waived for the defensive play, but that he's glad that the media is covering the story in order to show the level of unsportsmanlike conduct exhibited by the Knights. Okay, if they were being annoying little rat bastards, then yeah, that's not cool. But when it comes to fining somebody $500 for scoring an 8-year-old, why even bother having a game at all? Why? What you're doing is you're stripping the sense of value out of an 8-year-old kid. Fortunately, his parents seem rather supportive of the whole situation, so hopefully they are giving that kid a sense of, hey, you did the right thing. You got the ball and you ran with it. And that's what you're supposed to do. That's what you've been trained to do. That's what you've been practicing. And as it turns out, you're good at it. Good job. We're proud of you. Hopefully, that's as far as it goes in the kid's mind. But it is so tough. It is so tough to get a sense of your place in the world. It is so tough to have a sense of value, both as a child, as an adult. And if we start yanking that out of the hands of children, how are they ever supposed to grow into someone that makes their way in society and is vaguely happy? Answer, they're not. It's moronic. Remembering to be scared of AIDS, man, those were the good old days. Now all these bands it seems got dreams of getting paid, but they don't know how to rock a show, just dream of interweb fame. Really? Is that really, really what you want? Is that really, 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 really what you want? With puppies in my face saying, Dad, gotta join the human race. Time for a yawn and a stretch and a walk, you see. They know my aura at the restaurant across the street. That's why when I shuffle in, my coffee's already waiting for me. Breeze on the patio, outdoor table, sitting with my puppies, Homer and Mabel, wondering how the rest of the day will be.
to say hi. Laughing kids and happy dogs, and yeah, that's kinda all you need. Sunshine coming my way. Nothing's gonna change how I feel today. Nothing's gonna get in the way of my perfect day. Perfect day. Sunshine coming my way. Nothing's gonna change how I feel today. Nothing's gonna get in the way of my perfect day. Perfect day. Today is a lot like Ice Cubes, but definitely much less gangster. With a start like this on a day like this, it's good to be this white boy prankster. I don't push your bands, love my VW, drive an old drop top, it's what I love to do, and it gets me to work on time to say hello to you on your radio. Mad money, no, but I love what I do on the radio. Hear me yell the whole night through. I'm feeling so lucky that I can be the voice that you hear in this great big city. I rock on your radio, then head home. My puppy's gonna meet me at the door. So excited for a moonlight walk, and think they've never done this before, and it's all good. Sunshine coming my way. Nothing's gonna change how I feel today. Nothing's gonna get in the way of my perfect day. Perfect day. Sunshine coming my way. Nothing's gonna change how I feel today. Nothing's gonna get in the way of my perfect day. Perfect day. It's all what you make of it. It's all what you make of it, yeah. It's all what you make of it. It's all what you make of it, yeah.
iHeartRadio goes one-on-one with Jimmy Page to ask what he would like his legacy to be.
So happy that we were able to stay together for as long as what we did, that to have made music that has meant a lot to people, to their lives, and really helped them through certain periods in their lives. Has given them such great positive times, and it's brought them great joy. But it was just the most wonderful thing to have been part of. It was a group that I know all musicians dream to have a group like that, or be playing in a band like that, or just even be playing in a band like that, or in the company of musicians like that. And also that whatever I've done as a producer or a songwriter or as a musician, an audible musician, that's an inspiration for others. As you know, understanding that from having gone to Berkeley, it's quite overwhelming. But you know, that's a lifetime achievement for me. And thank you very much, everybody who's been listening.
Keep listening to iHeartRadio for more Jimmy Page and all your favorite artists.
iHeartRadio goes one-on-one with Fitz and the Tantrums to find out what their success means to them.
Our entire experience of being together has been a dream come true. A lot of bands don't get this opportunity. So every day we sit in gratitude, because we could still be singing at the Hotel Cafe. You know what I mean? So we feel very fortunate. We hope that we inspire other artists that are on the come up to do the same thing, to never say no, to work, to
not giving up.
Yeah, not getting out of line and just, holding it down for themselves and their love for their craft.
Keep listening to iHeartRadio for more Fitz and the Tantrums and all your favorite artists.
Here we go, here we go.
Hear a song you love on your favorite iHeartRadio station? Give it a thumbs up, and our live programmers will use your feedback to make our station sound even better. Thanks for listening to iHeartRadio.
Hey, you, what's that sound? Coming so loud from your radio.
So, is it just me, or did Monday Night Football sound really, really dirty last night? Did you catch this by any chance? Here, hold on a second. Let's see if I can make the computer. Oh, yeah, that's annoying. But let me know if you caught this part of Monday Night Football last night.
Redskins, Cowboys, Monday Night Football.
There's 4, 5, 6, 7 Cowboys that show up.
Here comes the Cowboy convoy.
Murray blew the pickup and is rewarded with a 25-yard gain. How about them Cowboys?
And Murray gets a big hole up the middle.
Great get-off by this Cowboy front four. No wasted motion, north and south, and finish.